We stay on the subject of the Charlie Kirk show. Donald Trump Jr. appearing on the show in our last segment. We move now to Charlie Kirk himself and his thoughts on the Trump indictment. And his proposition here is as unhinged as it gets, completely detached from reality. We're taking a little trip to Bonkersville, okay? Which is a place we hang out a lot in on this show, unfortunately. You know what? Instead of me explaining his proposition for how Republicans should respond to the Trump indictment, I'll just let him explain it.
I don't either, Mike. But I know that we must make them pay a price and a penalty. We have to start indicting them. We got to start. I don't say that with delight or joy. I don't like saying that, but we have no choice. They have left us with no choice. They have declared, quote unquote, the Roman Civil War, right? They crossed the Rubicon. So what are we going to do? Just say, well, you know, we're better than this. Man, the system is cracking in front of our eyes. I totally agree. And there is one side that is acting like Stalinists and another side that's acting like the Vichy French. Where the hell are the Republicans, Mike?
So, according to Charlie Kirk, because Trump possibly committed crimes and is possibly being held accountable for them, or for doing so, Democrats should start being indicted for no reason? I have an interesting idea, Charlie. Just bear with me. Regardless of the party affiliation, if someone committed a crime, they should be legally held accountable. That's my crazy idea. Y'all used to refer to that as something, but the name is escaping me. Oh, Law and Order, that's what you used to call it, which is all that's going on here. We're going to let the process play itself out. If Trump's innocent, that should become clear through this process. If he's not, then hopefully he'll be convicted of a crime. It's really that simple, but he continues with this idea here.
You probably don't like it, but you guys have committed a lot more crimes than we have. Why are Republicans not saying that? They're tap dancing. What a sad day for America. Of course it's a sad day for America. But I'm pissed. It's a funeral. I get it. What are you going to do about it? Well, I really hope that things change. It only changes when they're afraid that they're going to go to jail. You probably...
My goodness. How is that at all the America that Charlie Kirk wants to live in, where if an individual of one political party commits a crime and is held accountable for that, then all of a sudden the members of that political party have to figure out ways to go after the other political party? And I guess he's saying district attorneys who are Republicans start just randomly bringing bogus charges against Democrats to get back at them, to make them scared, so that they'll stop investigating Trump. That's pretty wild, I gotta tell you. And it's fascinating to watch as kind of right-wing media continues to create what it is today. It continues to develop and evolve into what it is now. And what it is really is hosts are competing with each other. Different right-wing hosts are competing with each other and trying to be more and more radical to win over the most energetic part of this right-wing base. And you really do pick up on this, especially if you're watching a lot from me, covering a lot of these right-wingers and their progression, having a show, because it seems to be the case that they get more and more radical so that they'll get more and more viewers from the other hosts who now aren't radical enough. And then they win as the most beloved radical host among the right wing. And it's concerning and it's dangerous, because we don't have to have this reality in the country where a big portion believes Trump is being wronged despite there not being evidence to that effect. We don't have to have that, but individuals such as Charlie Kirk help to manipulate their viewers into believing that, because on some level the viewers want to believe theories like this, and Charlie Kirk serves that role, and many others who are competing for that audience. Just to kind of add cherry on top to this segment, didn't know where to fit these in, so we'll just slap them on at the end. Here's a couple other things we've heard. This is from Ronna McDaniel.
We're learning in America the greatest crime you can have is to be a Republican. Whether you're a parent at a PTA meeting, labeled a domestic terrorist or the former president of the United States, Democrats are going to come after you any way they can.
It's interesting she included that example in there, because what she's referring to is when school board members were being threatened, the DOJ was concerned with that fact. Not parents who were going to school board meetings and voicing their opinion. No, when school board members were being violently threatened, that's what the DOJ was concerned with. And they've bended that into saying all conservative parents were being targeted by the DOJ or something, which just didn't happen. It didn't happen. But that right next to her saying the stuff about Trump very much highlights how dishonest she is about both. And then this one's just priceless. A Fox News guest accidentally said this.
It's virtually impossible for him to prove that felony.
So if this is such a tough case for him to make, why is he bringing it?
Well, I think there's no question about it that he wants to humiliate President Trump.
I love the look of shock in his face when he said President Fraud.
Question about it that he wants to humiliate President Trump.
Yes, that is so true. President Fraud. Indeed. Why was that in his brain? That's awesome. So there it is. Wild stuff indeed. Let me know what you think. Luke P. Beasley on Twitter.